Namaste, welcome back. I am Ashley Turner, yoga meditation teacher and licensed licensed psychotherapist. I'm so happy to be here with you. And today we are talking about taking the seat of the teacher and the power of lineage. I am in the midst of our Yoga Psychology Summit, which is amazing. It's free, it's online, anyone, anywhere can join. So go to here, I will put up the link for you guys right now. YogaPsychologySummit.com. And I'm super excited about this. I'm interviewing over 20 leaders and pioneering voices in the intersection of yoga, neuroscience, psychology. So thrilled. It's blowing my mind and my heart wide open. And I just got off a call with Gary Crafso. And Gary is one of the pillars, of course, in the field of yoga therapy. And we just got into this beautiful dialogue that I wanted to share with you all about the power of lineage and the difference between guru and acharya. And I never really heard this distinction before. So Gary tells us in the Yoga Psychology Summit this story. He had the rare opportunity of studying with Krishnamacharya. Sri Krishnamacharya, for those of you who really know anything about yoga, know that he was the grandfather of yoga in this modern world. He passed away in maybe in the 70s, early 80s at the age of 101. And Krishnamacharya was the teacher of Desikachar, his son, Sri K. Patabi Joyce, and BKS Iyengar. And so these three lineages of Ashtanga, Iyengar, and the Vinaya Krishnamacharya lineage come right from him. And so he's really considered the godfather of modern yoga. And Gary Crafso met him at the age, Gary was 19. In 1974, he was 19 years old, went to India and found himself sitting in Krishnamacharya's living room in Chennai, which is just insane to even consider. So he was telling me this story and I got this beautiful hit of transmission. And he was talking about, I said, give us a little juice about Krishnamacharya. How was it to even be in his presence? And he said that he was very intimidated by him. At first, he had such an aura of leadership and reverence. And then we were talking about the dynamic of teacher and student and how there's so much respect in Indian lineage for the teacher. And really, hi, Ruby, good to see you on here. The respect for our lineage. And this is something that we very much have lost in our modern world. So number one, I want to really invite you all to honor your teachers, because what happens in our practice is that we do our sadhana not just for ourselves, we do our sadhana for our students as well. And we know that we're strengthening our vessel when we take the seat of a teacher. We are doing our practices to be able to show up more fully for our students. And in this day and age, we have very much gotten away. We're looking for the quick fix. We're looking to take information and regurgitate it out. And that's a modern addiction that more is better and faster is best. And the way of lineage and the way of taking the seat of the teacher and taking the seat of a student is that we come with great curiosity. We come with so much humility and we listen and absorb. We absorb by osmosis just as much about who the person is as what the material is that they're teaching. So that's the next key for you all in considering taking the seat of the teacher is how are you doing your own inner work so that you show up with more integrity and more, you teach by transmission. In other words, these teachings are alive within you. You're not just repeating facts and figures and practices that you've heard. And I'm realizing my computer is about to die. So pardon me, I'm just going to plug it in. So sorry, but this is live. So welcome to live TV, live broadcasting. Okay, there we go. So the next piece that I want to give you in the teaching of lineage is this distinction between guru and acharya. Acharya means one who has walked before, one who has walked the path before. Acharya in Sanskrit is a high-level teacher, one who has a great distinction in maybe spiritual teachers, a very learned person, but it's one who's further down the path. Guru has a much different connotation. There's a power dynamic in that connotation, and we have the term guru of the remover of darkness, or one who shines light on the darkness. And so that's a beautiful and powerful construct as well, dynamic as well. But Krishnamacharya, of course, his name is Acharya. So his name is one that has walked further down the path. So I invite you into this archetype as you take the seat of a teacher, that it is for us to rise in our accountability, for us to rise in our leadership skills, for us to rise in our integrity. And the idea is that we can't teach, and Desikachar, who's Krishnamacharya's son, would say that you can't teach what you don't have. If you haven't lived it, if it's not alive in your bones, we can't teach that, right? So I want to offer you this in this teaching of Acharya. Acharya. And this is the word right here, Acharya. Acharya, of one who has walked further. And in the Yoga Psyche Soul training that I have, we talk a lot about you can only take others as far as you yourself have gone. And that's why in Yoga Psyche Soul, so much of the teacher training is about supporting you in your personal growth and transformation, how you bring these practices to life and what you've learned through your practice as a student. The beauty is that the older we get, the more we go through life experiences that may shatter us, getting a diagnosis, getting a divorce, those teachings then they come to fruition inside of us. They're galvanized inside of us. And so I offer this to you. We don't have to be perfect as teachers, but we definitely have to keep showing up with more integrity and impeccability. So continue doing your work, getting your mentorship, getting your peer supervision, asking for support from your peers, questions, your teachers. Look for your role models, reach out, develop those relationships, and know that you are stretching yourself and you're doing these practices not just for your own benefit and your own self, but you are doing these practices for your students, and they will benefit from the strength and impeccability of your own vessel. So you don't have to be a guru. We're not setting up the guru unless that's your thing and you want to create in that way, that's fine. And that's a different path. But the path of Acharya, of being one who's further down and holding that reverence for our teachers, holding that reverence for our lineage, naming our teachers, naming their boons, naming the gifts that they've given to us. Myself, in the way of Yoga Rupa Raj Stryker, my priestess trainer Ariel Spilsbury, Krishnadas, Ramdas, Subhaba Haridas, Neem Karoli Baba, Govindas. That's a huge lineage in my yoga tradition. And then, of course, the depth psychological of Carl Jung, Joseph Campbell, and the masters that I have in psychology. So these are the rivers that weave through me. Name the rivers that weave through you. Offer those to your students. They will feel a part of that as well. All right. Thank you so much. And take the seat of the teacher with grace, with integrity, and please leave a message below, leave a comment below. What is the number one challenge that you feel in taking the seat of a teacher? Is it finding your voice? Is it creativity? Is it feeling a responsibility to your students? Is it what power dynamics that come up? What is the number one challenge that you have in taking the seat of the teacher? Leave it below. Love you. Aho. Namaste. Sign up for the Yoga Psychology Summit if you haven't already. Please share this, like this, and share it with anyone that you think might be interested. Namaste.